Dartmouth is known for its rigorous academic curriculum, a spot in the prestigious Ivy League schools, and its renowned Greek life, which according to me, from what I've learned and seen in movies, are parties of all of your alpha, beta, theta, delta clubs. But all jokes apart, this school has an average SAT score of a student above 1450 and a minimum GPA, high school GPA of 90% of students that get in. We're going to take a look at the entire admission process for undergraduate and graduate students, the scholarships that Dartmouth provides, and everything you need to know if you are a student who's thinking of adding Dartmouth to your college list. Dartmouth is home to 5 distinct schools: arts and science, medicine, grad school, engineering, and business. So whatever major you're thinking of applying to, I'm pretty sure Dartmouth has it. According to the common data set for the class of 2022, approximately 28,000 first-year undergrad students applied and roughly 1,700 students got in, putting Dartmouth at a 6.2% acceptance rate. And I feel like a lot of students don't know about this college. Like, 28,000 is not a bad number at all. If you look at other Ivy Leagues like Harvard, Yale, Princeton, these colleges have over 50,000 applicants per year. The average cost of attendance for an undergraduate student at Dartmouth is about $84,000 per year, which is definitely on the higher end, but Dartmouth is need blind to all students, which means that as an international student, you can specify on your college application that you need aid, and they will not consider this when giving you admission. They also provided on average $136 million in scholarships just last year to its students. Now, the scholarship in general can range from $1,000 all the way up to $70,000 depending on what your need is. And the need is determined by Dartmouth, not by, you or your parents. So you have to first fill out the CSS profile, and they'll use this CSS profile to determine what aid you qualify for. Now, something that Dartmouth has done a really nice job in explaining are their application deadlines. So let's take a look at this together. On their website, if you hit apply, you have the option to select what type of admission you want to apply for: early decision, regular decision, or transfer admissions. Now, since we are in the last week of October, if you haven't started working on your applications already, it's probably too late to apply for the early decision deadline, which is around November 1st week. So just for the sake of this example, I'm going to click regular decisions. Now, once you do that, you can select international students, and finally, you see that January 3rd, 2023 is the deadline for regular decisions. Now, once you know which deadlines you guys are applying to, the second step is to actually open up the college application and start working on that. You'll be applying to Dartmouth using the Common App platform, and you'll need things like your grades all the way from grades 9 through 12, your activities, your personal essay, and Dartmouth does have supplemental essays. There are 2 supplemental essays, and the difference between the supplemental essays and the personal essays are that the personal essay has a 650 word limit. The supplemental essays are usually half of the size, so they may have a word limit anywhere between 100 to 400 words on average. Now, these essays are college specific. So sometimes for Dartmouth, for example, it'll have like a 4-line question, but the actual question that they're trying to ask will probably be in the last part. So they are trying to confuse students by asking these complicated questions. So you should take time to read through them and spend some time thinking about what kind of answer you want to write about. The one thing I would suggest you do not do is make a generic answer so that you can copy paste it across all of your colleges. This is something that colleges will see right through, like reading at an answer, things like, this college has a beautiful campus, something probably that student has written for like 10 different colleges. This doesn't impress them, especially if you're trying to get into an Ivy League like Dartmouth. Now, these supplemental essays can be a huge burden and mentally really exhausting for you guys as students, which is why I've launched an entire course called Ivy League 101, which is a comprehensive step-by-step course for everything you need to do if you are thinking of applying abroad. It's organized in such a way that once you start the course, it'll take you through the right steps of making a college list, working on your essays, all of them. your personal essay as well as your supplemental essays, making sure that you understand each and every part of the admission process as an international student. And not only that, there are step-by-step walkthroughs. Like for example, the Common App walkthrough is like 30 minutes long, and there's even a CSS profile walkthrough which is about 40 minutes long. So you can do like a follow along. It is a great help and at an affordable price. The best part is it's all self-paced, so according to the pace that you want to go, you can start completing the assignments, and you can use this as a tool to help you in your college application process. So next we're going to talk about the master's programs. Now there are three types of master's program at Dartmouth College: Master of Engineering, Master of Science, and Master of Engineering Management. Now the main difference between the MEng and the MS program is that one is more scientific, research-based, which is the Master of Science, and the other is professional and shorter, faster-paced. This one is Master of Engineering. The MEng program is one that I personally did from Cornell, and just, a recap, it is structured in such a way to get you geared and prepared to work in the industry that you want to potentially explore. And it's filled with, cutting edge research and basically like getting you ready for that professional work environment. Now, I know that in every Road to Success video, I tell you guys that master's students are not eligible for need-based financial aid. But to my surprise, when I was doing the research for Dartmouth College, it looks like Dartmouth College does provide need-based aid to master's students. Now, they don't meet 100% of the aid, it's only a fractional amount, but the fact that they are providing funding to master's students is one that is unheard of. It's one of like a hidden gem that you guys should definitely consider. This need-based financial aid is available to the MEng and MEM students just because these programs typically don't offer any aid. Given that your average tuition is going to be anywhere between $50,000 to $70,000, you can expect about 40% of need-based aid, and you do have to mention this at the time that you're applying in your application that you do require financial aid. Master of Science as well as other graduate programs like your PhD are typically funded through other resources that are department-wise, like research assistantships and teaching assistantships. So as a graduate student, you'll be using Dartmouth's own application portal to apply to the college itself. Application requirements for graduate students involve a resume, letters of recommendation, your essays, GRE scores, which are optional except if you're applying for the computer science program. As a CS student, you have to give the GRE test and any English proficiency test. Now, in addition to all of this, you may need to provide some supporting financial documents depending on what program you're applying for. And in the event that you do get admitted, your official transcripts and degrees will need to be sent out to the college as well. So that's all that I had for Dartmouth, and I think I covered pretty much everything, but if you guys have any questions, leave those in the comments below. And it's time for our Road to Success series tradition, which is the random question. Now, we have either just crossed 100K or are about to hit 100K. So I want to know from you guys, like, what should we do just to celebrate? It's a huge milestone for the channel, and I don't want to hear like the boring cliche stuff like giveaways and whatever. Like, okay, I'll do the giveaway, but other than that, what should we do just to celebrate as a community for hitting 100K? So let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you're watching till this point, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.